At this very moment, somewhere out at sea, thousands of sailors are living inside a floating steel city. An aircraft carrier can launch fighter jets, move across the ocean for months, and operate like a military base without ever touching land. But behind all that power is a simple question most people never think about. How do the crews actually live? When you are surrounded by ocean, ordinary things become part of a huge system. Sleeping, showering, and eating are no longer private routines. They are planned, shared, timed, and controlled, because the ship never truly stops. So today, we are looking at carrier life in this order, where sailors sleep, how they shower and stay clean, and finally, how the Navy feeds thousands of people every single day at sea. Let us start with sleep. On an aircraft carrier, most sailors do not sleep in normal rooms. They sleep in spaces called berthing areas. Inside those rooms, the beds are called racks, and the racks are usually stacked 3 high, one above another, like metal shelves built for people. A standard rack is only a little wider than a person. The mattress is thin, the space above the body is tight, and once a sailor climbs inside, there may only be enough room to turn over carefully. That is why many sailors call them coffin racks. This is not a place where you spread out. This is a place where you adapt. Each sailor gets a small locker and limited storage for personal items. Everything needed for months at sea has to fit into that space. Uniforms, boots, toiletries, and maybe a few personal things from home. The sleeping areas are often deep inside the ship, far away from natural sunlight. Some sailors can go long stretches without seeing the outside world unless their duty takes them above deck. And sleep is not easy. An aircraft carrier operates 24 hours a day. Jets may be taking off and landing. Engines are humming. Doors are closing. Boots are moving through narrow passageways. Announcements can come through the speakers at any time. Somewhere on the ship, somebody is always working. That means sailors learn to sleep whenever they can. Some work days, others work nights, and some schedules change so often that the body never fully settles. Earplugs, eye masks, and privacy curtains become extremely important. Newer carriers have improved this part of life. Modern designs use smaller berthing areas which reduce noise, limit foot traffic, and give the crew a little more peace. But even with improvements, sleeping on a carrier is still tight, loud, and demanding. After sleep comes the next daily challenge, staying clean. On Navy ships, bathrooms are called heads. The name comes from old sailing ships, when bathroom areas were located near the front, or head, of the vessel. In a typical enlisted area, many sailors may share only a few toilets, sinks, and showers. Timing matters. After a shift change, dozens of people may be trying to clean up at once, so lines can form quickly. The showers are small and simple. There is no long, relaxing routine and no wasting water. Sailors are trained to use what is known as a Navy shower. You turn the water on just long enough to get wet, then you turn it off. You soap up while the water is off. Then you turn the water back on only long enough to rinse. That is the whole shower. A regular shower at home can use a huge amount of water. A Navy shower uses only a fraction of that. Even though aircraft carriers can produce fresh water from seawater, water is still treated like a resource that must be protected. Cleanliness is not optional on a carrier. People live close together, sleep close together, work close together, and eat close together. If illness spreads, it can affect entire departments and weaken the ship's ability to operate. Hygiene is not just about comfort, it is part of keeping the mission alive. The bathroom systems are complex too. Modern carriers can use vacuum-style toilet systems, similar in idea to what you find on aircraft. They save space and move waste through pipes efficiently, but they can create serious problems if sailors flush the wrong things. Then there is laundry. Thousands of uniforms, towels, socks, and work clothes have to be cleaned constantly. Aircraft carriers use industrial laundry rooms with heavy washers, dryers, and pressing equipment. These spaces can become extremely hot, and sailors label their clothing carefully so items do not get mixed up. Either way, staying clean at sea takes effort. Now let us move to the part of carrier life everyone thinks about eventually: food. Feeding an aircraft carrier crew is a massive operation. A large carrier may serve well over 15,000 meals a day when you count breakfast, lunch, dinner, and late-night meals for sailors working overnight. The ship never sleeps, so the kitchens cannot really sleep either. Culinary specialists work long hours in hot, high-pressure spaces. They are not just cooking for a few people. They are feeding an entire moving city. Every day can involve huge amounts of meat, vegetables, milk, coffee, bread, and supplies. And the ship cannot simply stop at a grocery store. Food has to be stored carefully, planned ahead, and delivered by supply ships while the carrier is still at sea. During resupply, another ship can come alongside, match speed, and transfer pallets of food and equipment while both vessels keep moving. Inside the carrier, meals are served in mess areas. Sailors move through cafeteria-style lines, collect trays, choose from what is available, and eat quickly before returning to work. The menu changes to reduce boredom and keep the crew fueled. Food is more than fuel on a ship like this. It is one of the few parts of the day that can feel normal. A good meal can lift morale, and for sailors far from home, small treats can mean more than outsiders realize. But even eating has rules. If an emergency alarm sounds while a sailor is waiting for food, the meal comes second. The mission comes first. That is what makes life on these ships so intense. Sleeping is cramped, showering is quick, eating is organized on a scale most people never see. Yet all of it supports one purpose: keeping the carrier ready. From the outside, an aircraft carrier looks like a machine of steel, engines, weapons, and aircraft. But inside, it is powered by people. People who sleep in narrow racks, shower in minutes, eat in crowded mess halls, and keep working while the ocean stretches endlessly around them. So the next time you see a massive carrier crossing the sea, remember that it is not just a warship, it is a floating city, and every day, thousands of sailors are living, working, resting, washing, and eating inside it, so the mission can continue.